Hey guys, it's me Shingiz Shinbolatov. I'm a blockchain developer. You can see my videos, you can see my GitHub, LinkedIn, all portfolio. You can contact me on Telegram. But basically, I'm a blockchain developer and on-chain analyst. Have been doing it for the past 3 years already. And in total, have been doing like 5 years of programming. So recently, I mostly have many interviews. I just go to interviews. I sharp my confidence, my skills, just pass all the interviews. I'm the top candidate. And also I do the tests, all this lead code. Yeah, I pass them. So recently just decided to record one of my interview calls so I can share with you guys my confidence, how I talk, how I answer, what questions are being answered for the blockchain developer and in overall. So yeah, you could learn and gain. Assalamu alaikum. It's a bit loud, right? It's a bit loud there, right?
Yes, actually, I think there's a bit of echo or noise coming from all the ears. That's fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely. So, Chingiz, thank you so much for taking our time for the meeting. I'm Hamza, the Managing Director of Bricks Blockchain. We have Fawzi, our CEO, and Mr. Rana is going to be coming back in a few minutes as well. He's a co-founder as well in the company. So, essentially, what we would like to hear from you is a bit about yourself.
Yeah.
Brief introduction, experiences, strengths, weaknesses, anything motivating that we should know that would help us ultimately see the review.
Mm.
So, hand it over to you and we look forward to the introduction.
All right. I'm just curious. What information have you gathered about me so far? Like, what Fawzia told you about me?
Just spend your time explaining yourself. We can go straight to some questions. All we want to know at the moment is the technicalities and the understanding of blockchain and AI, right? So let's just go into straight because in the CV you can write anything you want. It's these type of meetings that we can conduct to understand what type of knowledge you have. So just give us a little brief explanation about yourself, and then we'll just ask a couple of questions if you don't mind.
Okay. Yeah. So generally speaking, can I use tech terms like C++, Python, like inside the programming patterns?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I've been coding like for 5 years. Started in PHP, did some web servers in the past. Worked with MySQL, obviously PHP my admin, and then slowly moved to like 4 years ago, moved to Node.js. Get to know myself with the NPM, like whole ecosystem, and generally speaking, I just like Node.js. I can do anything I want. I can just import any library. I can code any architecture I want because, for example, in PHP we have just Symfony and Laravel, just one architecture. But in Node.js I can just do resource based, or I can like singleton, all this stuff. Yeah, generally speaking, also work regarding databases. I work with PostgreSQL, MySQL, and non-SQL databases such as MongoDB, based on Bison. Also created my own like local database when we had like very small scale business. Yeah, and work with also, blockchain data. If we take as blockchain as a database, work with the blockchain too, because it's a huge database that we submit data, hashing, and everything, right? Yeah, and if we speak,
Can you explain the process of sharding and how that works?
sorry.
Can you explain the process of sharding and how that works?
Sure. So sharding is the standard that Ethereum wants to move on. I didn't research deeply, but from what I know is that we have the from what I know in MongoDB, for example, we have clusters, and we can split the data into multiple parts instead of containing them in one place, so that we can retrieve the data and that's it. Like less pressure on the storage for the nodes.
Okay, wonderful. So, Shiliz, you have a lot of experience in development. You've worked with various technology stacks and various libraries and so on, and databases as well. That's pretty good to know. Now, tell us a bit about the blockchain side of things. So, do you have experience with Hyperledger, Hedera, Hashgraph, or is your experience more towards EVM or maybe non-EVM blockchain? So, how would you classify all of that?
So here is my standpoint on this. I worked with Tron, like it was my very first blockchain. Like then I moved to like Ethereum, Binance Chain, and Polygon. So far, I saw the demand, and I saw like everything was straightforward. You know, like just npm, right? The same npm model. I just npm install attach.js. That's it. So I was very comfortable in this environment, and I tried to move to, for example, Solana, like EOS and stuff. But the thing is, I didn't saw that much demand that I could take advantage of, and also, I mean, Ethereum is still the king, right, of DeFi and everything, like the volume, the TVL. So I just want to be like something long term, you know, not jumping around.
So, okay, that's understandable. So you specialize towards EVM blockchains simply because of demand.
Demand, and it's the king. I mean,
Absolutely. So, Shige's in terms of the scope of work that we're actually looking to do.
Yeah.
Now, essentially speaking, at Bricks Blockchain, we have a lot of interesting projects that we're looking to execute, and we're looking to propose to various ministries in the kingdom. And we're also looking for new innovations. We're looking at doing groundbreaking research in various different aspects of fields such as AI, blockchain, IoT, and so on. Now, the post that we're looking to hire for involves a lot of thinking on your toes, a lot of critical research, because at the end of the day, what we're doing is we're doing business development.
Yeah.
We're going to be reaching out to various ministries. We have to grab their attention. We have to give them amazing proposals where they can see real value in. So, do you have any sort of experience in business development, in creating technical proposals, or any of those sort of things, in research as well?
Yeah. So if you check my, I mean, I can write anything in CV I want. Like I understand, but I have the email still activated of the 369 Capital, the venture capital specialized just in technology. Like it's based in Switzerland. So basically, when I was working there, like as a developer and analyst, it was mostly not just listening the orders, but also like how can we optimize the systems, what can we automate, what proposal you can give. Okay, you know the market well, you know the trends well, you know this technology is going on. What do you think about it? Should we, like invest, or should we adapt it, or should we flourish it, let it flourish, or like should we, incubate it? All these questions were asked by me to me. And yeah, I think, in my opinion, like I have very diverse experience, not just developing and like fixing bugs all day. No, just also like being able to criticize some things, being able to just maybe we don't need the solution at all. Maybe we need something else, or maybe just like we stick with something else. Yeah.
Okay, understood. So, just tell me about, let's just say that we're looking to tokenize real estate. Okay.
Yeah.
So, as a case study, how would you go about it? What would your thoughts be on that? I have a plot of land. Let's just say I have 1,000 hectares sitting somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm looking to tokenize it. My objective is to fundraise. My objective is to is towards fraction.
Just sold like regular NFT as like in the collection, or if you want, for example, if you want to split the lend, then we can stick with fractionalized NFTs. If you want, maybe the lend each kilometer square is something like ERC20 token, not just ERC71. Yeah, maybe you want some automatic royalty to the sales agent who sells that land. So that's like that could be integrated in the code as well. Yeah.
Okay, and what sort of smart contracts would be needed to build something like that? Let's just say what we want to do is we want to build an NFT marketplace.
Yeah.
And through the NFT marketplace, we're going to be tokenizing the real estate. How would we ensure that there is a real connection between the NFTs and the assets or the actual plot of land?
Yeah, so every NFT is consists of metadata, right? And metadata can be on chain or off chain. For example, metadata stores your picture, like the NFT picture. It can lay down on some server, or it can be computed on chain and stored forever there. However, it's not really cheap, and that's why many people stick with just their own server. So, for example, in this case,
What risk is posed? Sorry for interrupting you.
Yeah.
Let's just pause there for a second. What risk is posed when we go for having the metadata in a server instead of having it on chain?
yeah, I mean, because on chain it means forever, like smart contract. It will be executed, it will be available forever. But if we store it on the server, then it's not decentralized anymore. We have to trust somebody else to provide the data, and it means if the server becomes unreliable or some unavailable, or we have this blocked, right, like firewall, just anything that can stop, then the chain breaks. So it makes your NFT worthless then. Yeah.
Okay. Sorry for interrupting you. Carry on. Please keep on explaining what you were explaining.
Yeah, so what we could do is rely on government server. Like I know every government has their own domain, like .gv, for example, in the US, right, or UK in the UK. So .gov, okay. Yeah, so .gov. So yeah, we could point the metadata to that .gov server and retrieve the data like through some request, GET request or POST request, and put it to the public like this, so people know that this is NFT, and NFT represents actually the government data. Like you don't have to search the government website; you just have the NFT like certificate, or the government website could have the NFT in itself, or just everything is on chain. But if everything is on chain, then it's hard to change. So it's
Absolutely.
yeah.
I see, absolutely. That's great. That's actually very good to see. Thank you so much, Shigit, for that. Now let's talk about another case study. Let's talk about something that is related to a trading platform. Let's talk about cold wallets and how they can be used as can be integrated or used as a trading platform between large institutions. Let's just say central and commercial banks. How can they use a cold wallet? How can we build a system which has a cold wallet and which can be traded securely?
I mean, I would do like multi-sig wallet, for example. For example, the director, the CEO, and board members approve every transaction. Approve every transaction that's more than like, let's say, $1 million. So this way we could transact safely, or put some daily limit every day. Not more than $1 million, If more than $1 million today, so CEO has to approve it. Like at least 3 members of the 5 members that needs to sign it, like Ethereum Foundation right now. Yeah, so this way we could trade easily. Because if you just rely on just one wallet, one signer, it's very vulnerable because he can get hacked, stolen, something can happen, and
It can't be one wallet. It cannot be one wallet.
yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Now tell me about your experience in Solidity. So you have experience in Solidity, correct? Not any other programming system for EVM blockchains. Yes.
Solidity and YOLO.
Okay, that's perfect. So tell me about what sort of smart contracts have you built in the past?
Takes place from just simple ERC20 to the DEX, just to trade the ERC20s, and to the like ERC721, 721A, like the forgot the number exact, but the combination of ERC721 and 20. And also the new OpenSea standard for NFTs, which is like included royalties for each NFT automatically. Yeah, that one too.
Okay, and 6551, have you explored that?
6511.
6551.
6551. I think I take like grasp, but not like deep something. Like if you tell me the feature, I could elaborate.
Token block accounts, like NFTs can actually store tokens.
NFTs can store tokens. You mean like in the game we have gold, right? It's NFT and the token at the same time. Yeah.
Exactly. It's used primarily in the gaming industry.
Yeah.
It can be used in other areas as well, depending on the use case.
Yep. Also, I know that in Solidity, for example, ERC721 is very gas, consumes lots of gas. For example, we can do like 200 transfer per one block, but with ERC that you said, we can do like 2000. So it's like much more gas saving in this term.
That's right. That's great. Wonderful to hear that. Okay, so tell me about reflection technology. What is that?
Can you tell me like what do you mean more?
Reflection tokens.
Oh, reflection. Okay. Reflection. Just the tax and like benefiting the holders, right?
That's right. But how does it work?
Every time depends how you code. Every time you swap, every time you buy or sell, there is a like the hook of Uniswap gets triggered, right? Like you put, I want to swap like this 10,000 Shiba for Ethereum. So not everything gets swapped. I mean everything gets swapped, but not everything delivers to the recipient. Some of them goes to the like marketing wallet, some developer wallet, or whatever you label it. Yeah, the community. Yeah.
Okay, so Shakes, tell me about proof of history. How does that work? What is the benefit of using that?
I didn't go much, but I think like can you tell me the blockchain that you use it? The name?
So a number of blockchains use it, including Solana being the most famous one.
Proof of history.
Solana is a combination of dedicated proof of stake, proof of history, and $BFT. So one aspect is proof of history times stamping different transactions as they are being validated.
Okay.
No problem.
Okay.
Maybe you have not explored Solana too much, but in the blockchain world, what I think is yes, there's a lot of community and a lot of value in the EVM blockchain. But as a developer and as someone who is looking to further grow his experience, always need to look at the competition. How did they achieve the TVS at really high? And why isn't Ethereum getting there? What would be, why is Ethereum not
Also, regarding what you say about various blockchains, I mean, the thing I cannot do on Ethereum doesn't exist, technically, because we have like literally the most advanced standards like ERC and so on so on. We have private blockchains like Polygon Superchain. We have public, we have cheap ones, fast ones like Arbitrum, like Optimism, ZK or we can just stick with the slow Ethereum, like expensive, and we also have, I think, some Ethereum also forks, but some modifications to something private too, maybe some consensus. So I think Ethereum is the good base, out of everything. Just that's why I was sticking with this.
Tell me about private blockchain. What's the difference? How do they work? What's in the technology side of things? What is different at the core infrastructure?
Depends how private you want to go. If you want to go like super private, everything is private, then you just keep the nodes and keep the data, everything, like don't go to the public. Maybe like even the infrastructure of the building, that only that can access that blockchain through the servers, like through the WLAN. Or you can do the data public, but the nodes, the RPC, it will be private, meaning that nobody can submit the data except some IP address or some MAC address or like some signer, yeah, or something hybrid. Maybe like anybody can submit the data, but only one person can verify it, like one blockchain, one node. I mean the one node, yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so you also have expertise in artificial intelligence, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's great. So tell me about if we are looking to build a system that, let's just say it's a healthcare product that we're looking to build, and let's just say I'm just giving you a general guidelines of what you're looking to do, and then you can tell me about how would you go about it, what sort of technology would you use to create that. So from the top of your head, no detailed analysis from the top of your head. So if we're looking to build a healthcare web and mobile application, and what we're trying to do is based on a set, let's just say 5 parameters, things like blood pressure, sugar levels,
Yeah.
heartbeat, oxygen levels, and let's just say 4 factors for now. So
Okay.
these 4 factors affect the chances of miscarriage in pregnant women, right? So what we would like to do is we would like to build a system that gives out alerts before, or predicts when the chances of a miscarriage or a stillbirth or any sort of complications can happen within pregnant women, and sends an alert to the doctors or the midwives that are
Or the
taking care of
family,
that
yeah.
particular patient. Yeah.
Yeah.
How would you go about building that?
By the way, can I just add something to the previous question?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Regarding, I mean, just want to say something about why I choose Ethereum as well. Is because Ethereum and Bitcoin generally, because I was exploring the BRC20 as well. So why I choose the Ethereum is one importantly is the commitment. Like we have the community and developers, and if we look at top 10, top 5 blockchains, like every year it changes, right? And we can see that maybe we hear this blockchain, it's a hype, everybody knows it, and tomorrow it's gone, like nobody knows, nobody cares. So that's why as a developer I just also want to be safe, like today I'm in demand, tomorrow in demand, next year in demand, not like tomorrow nobody knows about me.
Yeah, makes sense. I absolutely understand that. So let's go back to the healthcare question. How would you tackle that?
The alert system?
Predictive healthcare application that predicts the chances of miscarriage or predicts a complication before it actually happens in pregnant women.
In pregnant women, okay. Depends how, like, how much data the hospital has. So first of all, we just need to train the data, go through, and some cases we need to.
Before we talk about the data, what sort of algorithms will you be creating for that?
I mean, like, you mean to predict the output, right?
Yes.
I forgot the name, but like if we put every like sample of data in the chart, like the variables, there will be like some lines keep drawing, so we can find some like similarity in that lines, and like maybe the like average, or maybe like I mean the data, it's not just some random, right? There is always some pattern occurrence and some rule happening. So the like forgot the name, but in pandas there is like, for example, we can just draw a straight line, or we can import some library and just integrate directly.
Okay, so thank you so much, Higgins, for answering my relentless questions. And I must say you've done really well. And I think you're definitely a strong candidate. Actually, in terms of what we're looking for support in Saudi Arabia. We have a lot of interesting projects in mind. We're looking at proposing them to various ministries in Saudi Arabia, both public entities and private entities in Saudi. So we are all about blockchain in India. We're all about making sure that the world progresses in the right direction. If there are processes that can be automated, that can be improved, that can be transparent or secure, we should essentially move for it. As Saudi is quite forward looking with their vision 2030, and there's a lot of investments happening in the blockchain and AI space. We feel that the time is right to be able to tackle this emerging demand in Saudi Arabia by having a Saudi entity, which is BRICS blockchain, proposing interesting concepts, thinking on our toes, looking at real issues and real problems that these ministries and these departments are facing, and then propose financially viable products and projects that ultimately they can fund and we can start doing for them. So that is the objective that we have. So the assistance that we would require would be in a number of different areas, primarily being business development. And when I say business development, from creating technical proposals to reaching out to people, responding to queries, sending, being in contact with them, following up, maintaining a sales pipeline, and ultimately providing all the documentation required, and then closing deals with them. Initially, because we are not going to be a very large, at this stage we're a small company.
Yeah.
What we are looking to do is, we feel that there is a lot of demand, and for Zia and Mr. Rana, they have a lot of connections in Saudi as well, and through partners and collaborations, and as a community, we can get there. We have that influence, we have that network. Now, it's only a matter of time. So we need support in assisting us in the business development activities, in getting understanding problems and providing solutions to those problems, and then presenting those solutions to the Saudi audience as well, because there is some level of cultural connect that needs to happen when talking to people from Saudi Arabia. So I feel that you might be able to connect on that level and propose these ideas with them and take things forward. Sound to you?
I mean, I don't have problems connecting people, and always open, right? Like, always open, and I mean, it's a blockchain, it's an industry, right? It's an AI. So if this is thriving, then it means I'm happy. Like, I'm happy to see it thriving, and I want it to thrive. And why not? I can impact myself directly to make it even more, valuable and impactful. Yeah.
Okay, so I guess that summarizes everything. Thank you so much, Higgins, for having this meeting and taking your time on short notice. We will stay in touch and we'll reach out back to you, and then we can discuss our collaboration going forward. All right?
All right. Yeah. like
Anything that you'd like to ask us?
anything. I mean, quite clear that in the previous meeting I already asked, all I needed.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah. So,
Okay, so in that
but
case, yeah, go ahead.
I'm just curious, like, Asif, do you have any?
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure, and I really enjoyed the answers. You had an interview for yourself, just to let you know he was terrible. So it was a pleasure listening to you, and I was listening to you carefully. So I'm really glad, I'm really happy to have conducted this meeting with you. The knowledge you shared is impressive.
Okay. Gotcha.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right.
Alright, you guys, thank you so much for taking your time.
Okay. So should I leave now or? Alright guys, the interview is finished and I left the call. So the reason why I'm doing this video is we have live SMMA sales calls, all of this sales calls on YouTube, right? We have interview calls on YouTube, specifically for front end, back end, and some other stuff. However, I didn't see any for the blockchain, so I decided this could be a helpful video, yeah, let me know if you think it's helpful. Let me know how many of you guys are applying for blockchain jobs, how many of you are creating jobs as a business owner, and yeah, like, or are you quitting Web3 to Web2, or are you moving like mobile to Web3 or to blockchain, and which blockchain, like Ethereum, Solana, Bitcoin, which blockchain you're working on? Yeah, so let's see guys, thank you for watching, and yeah.